Near mint condition, the home of collected editions. And check out that eye, that's exactly what we want to see. Woo, look at that panel, baby. And that, as they say, is that. How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and it is that time of the month. That's right. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. We're going to be looking at the collected editions coming out in April of 2025. Join me. And welcome back, everybody. Before going any further, a big thank you to our patrons for making videos like this possible. Could not be doing this without you all. So, we are going to be looking at the manga, the Omnis, the trade paperbacks, absolute editions, DC Finest, Marvel Epic Collections, independent publishers, Image Comics, Dark Horse, IDW, and Mad Cave. We're going to be looking at all the collected editions coming out in the month of April. And one thing I always like to remind everybody is that the dates are always subject to change. So please keep that in mind. Just because I'm saying it's coming out this week, sometimes there's delays in shipping. So that is always something with the world of the publishing companies and distribution. And before going any further, please don't forget to smash that like button. That goes a long way for us here on the channel. Small thing you can do, but it does mean the world to us. If you want the written documentation, that can be found on our Patreon, which starts at $1 a month. And the link to the Patreon is in the description of the video, as well as the link to our spread shop, where you can get stickers. And hey, it's comic convention season, right? People wear near mint condition gear. They recognize each other. They're like, hey, man, you like Omar? Nah, that guy sucks. Okay, and I think that's it as far as announcements. Big thank you to my partner in crime, Dom of X, for helping me put all this together, because we've got 5 weeks to look at in the month of April. 5 weeks. So let's go ahead and start with the first week. The week of April 1st or 2nd, but to play it safe, I'm using the dates for Wednesday. From Marvel Comics, we have the Defenders Epic Collection, World Gone Sane. So we're looking at the Steve Gerber and our pal Sal Buscema run here, collecting Defenders 26 through 41, giant size number 5, annual number 1, and then Marvel Treasury Edition number 12. This book has 408 pages and retails for $44.99. Fantastic Four by Chip Zdarsky, The Fate of the Four, is coming out, collecting Marvel 2-in-1, 1 through 12, the 2017 series, and Marvel 2-in-1, annual number 1, the one that came out in 2018. Chip Zdarsky, of course, writing the stories in here. You also have Jim Chung, Valerio Schetti as some of the artists, and we've thought, because of this is a trade paperback, by the way, that retails for $34.99, and it has 296 pages. We really thought, because of this, that it was going to lead into Chip Zdarsky writing the Fantastic Four, but no, instead we ended up getting Dan Slott. But who knows, with Chip Zdarsky writing Captain America, he may come back and do the Fantastic Four one day. That would be awesome. Ghost Rider Danny Ketch Epic Collection Siege of Darkness is coming out, collecting Ghost Rider 44 through 45, Ghost Rider Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance 17 and 18, Night Stalkers 14 and 15, Marvel Comics Presents 143 to 146, Darkhold Pages from the Book of Sins 15 and 16, Morbius the Living Vampire 16 and 17, Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme 60 and 61, and the Midnight Suns Unlimited number 4. Only 2 issues of Ghost Rider, because this is a huge crossover collection. 496 pages, $44.99. In here, of course, you got the work of Howard Mackie, Alan Grant, Gregory Wright, and D.G. Chichester and Ron Garney, just to name a few of the creators. Marvel Masterworks, The Avengers West Coast Volume 1. So now we are kicking off a new Marvel Masterworks line with the West Coast Avengers, or the Avengers West Coast. When the name got switched. And I assume they're doing it that way because the name eventually does become Avengers West Coast. But collecting West Coast Avengers 1 through 7, Vision and Scarlet Witch 1 and 2, Marvel Graphic Novel 27, and Emperor Doom and Wonder Man number 1. I don't think Volume 2 will collect the rest of Vision and Scarlet Witch, since we have that Marvel Masterwork that just came out. I think it will just contain those 2 issues, which were a big part of the crossover. 384 pages, $75. The Marvel Studios Deadpool and Wolverine exposed photos from the set is coming out. This book shows the behind the scenes and, of course, the character designs and everything. 224 pages. It is a landscape type of book, and it is a hardcover for $60. Secret War by Brian Michael Bendis Omnibus. Both covers available the same day, collecting Secret War 1 through 5, Pulse 6 through 9, and then Secret War from the Files of Nick Fury. The book retails for $75 and has 376 pages. I've done an overview of it, and I also compared it to the oversized hardcover that came out many moons ago. Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood Treasury Edition. Oh, it's called Black Suit and Blood, not Black, White, and Blood. Interesting. But collecting Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood 1 through 4, the book has 136 pages and retails for $29.99. So it is another one of those Treasury editions that are soft covers, and joining that line of the Black, White, and Blood series. From DC Comics, we are getting Absolute Batman 0 Year. There was a little bit of delay in this one. This one was supposed to come out in February. But it looks like it is coming out the first week of April. Collecting Batman number 0, 21 through 27, 29 through 33, and Batman 0 Year Director's Cut number 1. Now, if you want a more complete collection, of course, go for the Omnibus. But if you want just this big, beautiful artwork by Greg Capullo, that's what's contained in here, because issue 28 was not done by Capullo. But it is the big storyline 0 Year. Looks like they are going through the entire Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo catalog. Batman Offworld is coming out. This is the new series, or rather the mini-series of Batman Offworld, containing issues 1 through 6. 176 pages, $19.99. There is a direct market cover as well, written by Jason Aaron and Doug Mankey, who is doing the artwork. DC Finest Peacemaker Kill for Peace. This one is collecting the Fighting 5, 40 and 41, the 5-issue miniseries from 1967, Peacemaker 1 through 4, and all his cameo pages from Checkmate 16 through 26, 28, 32, and 33, Suicide Squad 27 through 30, Vigilante 37 and 38, and 41 and 43, and then Eclipso 11 through 13. The book has 640 pages, $39.99. That is one hell of a deal. From the DC Vault, Death in the Family, Robin Lives. And I gotta say, that cover there by Mike Mignola, that is a lot different than the Joker that he drew in the part number 4. But this is by J.M. DeMatteis and also Rick Leonardi. So this is collecting the 4-issue miniseries along with Batman 426, 427, and 429, and issue 428, the Fox Simile. Not facsimile, but faux simile. I think that's, yeah, sorry. I thought it was a FAX. Robin Lives. The book has 256 pages. It is a paperback for $24.99. And Gotham City Year 1 is coming out, collecting Gotham City Year 1, 1 through 6, 208 pages by Tom King and Jordi Belair, and of course Phil Hester. $19.99. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age is coming out as a hardcover. This is by Andy Digo and Leonardo Fernandez. $29.99, 216 pages. Punk Rock Jesus is getting a new printing by Sean Gordon Murphy. But this is a trade paperback. This is the 2025 edition. 224 pages, $19.99. Jimmy Olsen's Super Cyclopedia. This is a digest-sized book, so that is something to keep in mind. It's a smaller sized book. And, of course, focusing on Superman's best friend is focusing on Superman. That's what I meant to say. All right, moving on to Image Comics. We've got Rook Exodus Volume 1 from the folks at Ghost Machine. Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, and Brad Anderson, collecting the first 6 issues, $14.99. I just started reading it, but look at that cover. Get all kinds of Mad Max vibes from it. We are also getting Spawn Rat City Volume 1 coming out that week. And that is by Erica Schultz and Z Carlos. $9.99, collecting the first 6 issues. I love that Image is still doing that, like hooking you on the first trade paperback by making it $9.99. From the world of minor threats comes Barfly, and this is published by Dark Horse Comics. This is, of course, Patton Oswalt. It's his world with Jordan Bloom, but this is written by Kyle Starks. And $19.99, 112 pages, collecting issues 1 through 4, and the tie-ins Barfly. If you've not read Minor Threats, do yourself a favor and get the first 2 trade paperbacks. They are so good. A love letter to this classic era of comics. If Black Hammer was a love letter to the Silver Age and some Golden Age in there, Minor Threats it's a love letter to like that Watchmen era of comics where we're introducing the edginess and grittiness. Edginess is so overused because it wasn't, not at the time, but that dark side of comics, how realistic it could be. That's what this is. This is a love letter to that with a little bit of a humor type of spin to it. It's a lot of fun. And from IDW, we are getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the IDW Collection, Volume 17. Collecting more of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issues 133 to 137, Alliance 1 through 5, and the Armageddon Games, issues 1 through 6. So that started with Volume 16, a little bit of the Armageddon Games, and now we're getting deep into it. Then, of course, Volume 18, which comes out in September, will have the rest. The series only went up to 150, so I think they're going to wrap it up and before we get our new era of Ninja Turtles in hardcover format. $59.99. From Titan Comics, we're getting Conan the Barbarian, Battle of the Black Stone. And this is by Jim Zub. It is a miniseries collecting Battle for the Black Stone, 1 through 4, and the Free Comic Book Day. Jonas Scharf is the artist on this. And it is a battle with Thulsa Doom. Ooh, Thulsa Doom, you had me there. There are 2 covers available. There will be a direct market cover as well as a standard edition cover. And also the Marvel Studios, the Infinity Saga Avengers Age of Ultron. The art of the movie is coming out from Titan Comics. From the world of manga, we are getting Dan. Did I say that right? No, I need to do it with more enthusiasm. Dan. Anyway, my brothers both love that series, and they've been picking up the manga. I am hoping that we will get one day a box set of this. This is from Viz Media, and all of this is done by Yukinobu Tatsu. And we are also getting Dashing Zaddy and his icy protege. That is coming out that same week, and that is a volume 1 from Kodansha. We're also getting the Fable Omnibus, and that is being published by the folks at Kodansha as well, and this is volume 7. We are getting the Godless World of Onichan, published by the folks at Titan Manga. This is by Shinya Murata and Aoi Akashido. That is a very strong lady. Woo! Those muzzles on top of muzzles, baby. Gundam Origin is coming out. This is a hardcover, volume 4, that very same week. That's by Vertical Comics. Still publishing those hardcovers. That's awesome. And we're also getting the Lethal Dose of Love coming out that very same week. And that is a volume. Oh no, that's just one shot. Liar Liar is coming out that very same week. Not to be confused with the Jim Carrey movie. I actually really like that. That one is being published by Yen Press. And we are also getting Kurokiya-san wants to lead him around by the nose. Baby, you can lead me around by whatever you want to grab. But nose will do. Nose will do. What the hell am I talking about? Long Summer of August 31st, Volume 1 is coming out that same week. That is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. We are also getting the Lucille Has a Dream Volume 1 coming out that same week, as well as the Lycoris Recoil Volume 1 and Volume 2, and that's being published by the folks at Yen Press. I think that is a restock. Men of the Harem is coming out with a Volume number 1, and that is being published by Easy Press. We're also getting Meth E Meth, and that's published by Yen Press. Sorry, I was reading long ago. Humanity discovered the weapons late. Yeah, that's nothing to do with meth. Okay, not the meth. Anyway, Mono Volume 1 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Yen Press. We are also getting My Secretly Hot Husband coming out. That is a Volume 1. And that is being published by the folks at Easy Press. We're getting the Pink and Habanero Volume 1, but it's not the only Pink title we are getting. We are also getting the Pink Candy Kiss Volume 1. And both of those have nothing to do with each other. One's published by Yen Press, and one's published by Viz. And Somali and the Forest Spirits Volume 2 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Titan. Manga and Versus Love Volume 1 is coming out that week. And I think it's Versus Love. It's not VS Love, is it? I don't know. Sometimes titles from Japan. From other publishers, we're getting Around the Spider-Verse hardcover. And that is being published by the folks at Graphics. And Atlas Comics Library hardcover Volume 5. Police Action is coming out. Babysitters, Little Sister hardcover, Volume 10. Karen's Prize is coming out that week. Broken Social Scene presents You Forgot It in People is coming out in a hardcover format. We are also getting Cartoonist Club hardcover, and that is being published by the folks over at Graphics. We are also getting the Coven coming out in a trade paperback from Harper Alley. And Oni Press is releasing the Covenant Volume 3. And that is by Lisandra Vuong. And, actually, she's both the writer and artist. And that one is $24.99. Taschen is releasing the EC Comics Library Weird Science Volume 1. These are the big books and big versions of this collection. This is for $200, and it's Al Feldstein, William Gaines, Harvey Kurtzman, Wally Wood, Jack Kamen, Harry Harrison, Joe Orlando, just to name a few of the creators behind those big books, or that EC library. The Essentials hardcover, Volume 1, Glenn Fabry is coming out in a hardcover format. We are also getting the George Harriman Complete Crazy Cat, and that is in color, 1935 to 1944, coming out that same week. And that is being published by the folks at Taschen as well. We're also getting from Tuttle Publishing the Haruki Murakami Manga Stories hardcover Volume 3. Heaven's Official Blessings is coming out. This is a hardcover Volume 2. And that is being published by Aloha Comics. We are also getting the Hidden True Story of the Holocaust, published by the folks at Peter E. Randall Publisher. And we're getting the Onora, and that is coming out in a hardcover from Fantagraphics Books. And that is by Janice Shapiro, both the writer and artist on that graphic novel. Huda If Wants to Know, and that is published by Dial Books. We are getting the Lifeform Vivian and Angels and Airwaves. And that is being published by the folks at Z2 Comics. Maxwell Dark Nightmare Hunter Volume 1 is being published by Penguin Workshop. We are also getting Pit, the hardcover, coming out from the folks at Living the Line. Had the chance to read that, and it is excellent. It's creepy. First Second Books is publishing Rebi, and that is by Irene Marche City and Carlota Di Cataldo, and that is $17.99. We're getting Renegade Girls Queer Tale Romance Rabble Rousing, and that is coming out in a trade paperback. And we're getting Rick and Morty versus Cthulhu Deluxe Edition from Oni Press. That one is by Jim Zub and Troy Little. This one is $34.99. Zip Squad Volume 1 is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by Worthy Kids. We are also getting Squeak, Chatter, Bark in trade paperback format from Fantagraphics Books, and Time Waits hardcover. There's also a direct market exclusive variant coming out for that book, and The Toxic Avenger wrapping up the first week of April. From Marvel Comics, the week of April 9th, we are kicking it off with a printing, or a new printing, of Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection Venom. And this one is collecting Amazing Spider-Man 295 to 310, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 22, Web of Spider-Man 33, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 133. And I know that people are excited about this one because the original printing had some bad quality control because it was printed at the Quad Pro printer. And now it's coming back to print, and 504 pages, $49.99. Annihilation 2099, written by Steve Orlando and Ibrahim Robertson, working on this book, collecting Annihilation 2099 1 through 5. So who is the Nova Corps in that year? $17.99, 136 pages. Avengers Forever by Jason Aaron Omnibus is coming out. And there's 2 covers, of course, available the same day. There's the Aaron Cooter cover, and then, of course, the Phil Jimenez cover coming out the same day. Collecting Avengers Forever 1 through 15, Avengers Forever Infinity Comic 1 through 4, Avengers Assemble Alpha number 1, Avengers 63 to 66, and Avengers Assemble Omega. So if you're getting the hardcovers, the oversized hardcovers, this is the tail end of that. I don't think they'll finish out Avengers in hardcover. This is the remaining stories that need to be collected. So you'll need that, and then, of course, Heroes Reborn Omnibus. But it's $100, 592 pages. Both covers available the same day. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again. This is the new printing, Cullen Bunn and Dalibor Talajic, collecting Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe 1 through 5, the series that came out in 2017. $15.99, 112 pages. The Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, Master Edition Omnibus Volume 2. Again, this will have 2 covers. Collecting the material from the Marvel Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, Master Edition 1 through 36. But now we're looking at the M and Z profiles. So the book has 880 pages, $100. ROM Epic Collection, the Original Marvel Years Volume 1 is coming out. Collecting the first 20 issues of ROM, 432 pages, $49.99. Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, Volume 1 is coming out. I do love that cover there. That is by David Marquez, who is the series artist, and of course Gail Simone writing the stories. This is Volume 1, Red Wave, collecting Uncanny X-Men 1 through 6, X-Men 35, the Sea Story, and that's from the era of Krakoa, and Free Comic Book Day 2024, Blood Hunt X-Men 1. And we're also getting Venom War and Wolverine. That one is $19.99, the Uncanny X-Men. Now let's go talk about Venom War, Wolverine, Deadpool. This is collecting Venom War, Wolverine 1 through 3, Venom War, Deadpool 1 through 3, Venom War, Carnage 1 through 3. So 200 pages, $24.99. You have stories in here by Tim Seeley and Kev Walker, Ken Lashley. X Factor by Mark Russell, Volume 1. Please Like and Share is coming out. Collecting the first 5 issues of X Factor, 128 pages, $17.99. Absolute Green Lantern, Sinestro Corps War is coming back to print. And this will collect Green Lantern 21 through 25, Green Lantern Corps 14 through 19, Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Special number 1. The book itself will have a total of 448 pages and retailing for $125. Batman Elmer Fudd is coming out in the deluxe edition in case you have the other Batman, the 6 Tom King Batman deluxe editions. This is now being collected in a deluxe edition. 120 pages, $19.99. Booster Gold, the complete 2007 series, book 2. Hells yes, baby. Collecting Booster Gold 15 through 31, Brave and the Bold 23. 440 pages, $29.99. Just saying, DC, that would make a good omnibus one day. DC Finest, Batgirl, Nobody Dies Tonight. Man, my favorite Batgirl is getting her some love in DC Finest. This volume contains stories from Batgirl 7 through 27, Superboy 85, and Supergirl 63. 552 pages, $39.99. And Justice League by Scott Snyder and James Tynion, the 4th Omnibus Volume 1 is collected in here. Or what's collected in here is Aquaman 41 through 42, Teen Titans 28, Justice League No Justice 1 through 4, Justice League 1 through 25, Justice League Aquaman Drowned Earth Special, Aquaman Justice League Drowned Earth Special number 1, and the Batman Who Laughs 1 through 7, as well as Justice League number 1. The book has 776 pages and retails for $125. And from the world of Image Comics, we're getting Lady Mechanica, Volume 6, coming out in a hardcover format by Joe Benitez. And this one is $29.99. This collects the monsters of the Ministry of Hell and the Devil in the Lake. I need to get Volume 5 of that. Lore Remastered is coming out in a trade paperback format by Ashley Wood and TP Luis, $24.99. And Spawn Godslayer is coming out in a trade paperback. And that is by Brian Hogan and Philip Tan and Lan Medina. We are also getting the Spawn Violator. Looks like it's been moved to that day as well. From the world of Dark Horse Comics, we're getting Patra, which is by James Robinson and Scott Collin. And I love Scott Collins' Flash. I'm a huge fan of his artwork. So it's collecting the first 4 issues of this. And James Robinson. Pretty sure most people that watch my channel know how I feel about Starman. And from Boom Studios, we're getting Joyride, the complete collection. Looks like it's been moved to this date. A little bit of a delay there. And Dune, House Atreides, Volume 3. And this is by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. By the way, if you haven't read Joyride, that is such a good book. It's by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. It's the very first book I've read by them. And Marcos Toe, whom I love everything that guy has done. So it's an awesome book. Ranger Academy is coming out in a trade paperback, and this is Volume 3. And just collecting Ranger Academy 9 through 12, $12.99. IDW is publishing The Well in a landscape format. It's a big book, though, 720 pages, $29.99. From the world of manga, from Sublime Studios, we're getting Ask and You Will Receive, Volume 1. Beyblade X Volume 2 is coming out, which I assume is the follow-up to Beyblade. Disney Twisted Wonderland manga, Savannah Claw Volume 1 is coming out. The Elegant Courtly Life of the T-Witch is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Titan Manga. I love that title. Firefly Wedding is coming out with a Volume 2. And we are also getting the God-Slaying Demon King Volume 1. Now that is a badass title. That is from Square Enix Manga. Kaiju number 8 B-Side Volume. So is this a spin-off? You know, people talk about American comics, how there's like Uncanny X-Men, Adjectiveless X-Men. Manga's starting to do a little bit of that too. And yeah. So I assume is that a title that is going side by side with the original, or is it a spin-off? This is by Naoya Matsumoto and Keiji Ando, published by Viz. And we're also getting Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero, Volume 8. You know you love those titles. Published by Seven Seas Entertainment. Please put them on Takamine-san. And that is being wow. What is that? what is that even about? Girl, are you put some pants on? But you're gonna get me demonetized. Better put a sticker on that. All right. Sorry. Revere and the Land of Prayer Volume 1 is coming out, as well as Praise Me When I'm a Good Boy is coming out. Pokemon Sword and Shield Volume 12. They are really cranking those out. Seduced by Demon King Sensual Rebirth Volume 1 is coming out that week. Senpai, This Can't Be Love. Brush Up Volume 1. And Small Animal-Like Lady Adored by the Ice Princess is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Yen Press. Spring Storm and Monster Volume 1 is coming out, as well as the Star Wars The High Republic Edge of Balance Premonition. Stomp Kick Love Volume 1. And Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale Volume 1 is coming out. I watched the first season of the anime. I never did watch season 2, so I'm not really sure how the rest of the spin-offs are, what they're like, but this is being published by Yen Press. And we're also getting Solo Leveling Volume 10, plus the Solo Leveling Collector's Omnibus coming out that week. And that's something I really like. Solo Leveling, I think it's a solid series. The Collector's Omnibus is $125 though. I'm not sure, it doesn't say the page count. It's no page count. So I wonder how big it is. It's really not a lot of information on that. From other publishers, we're getting Adam Eterno, the Grimm trade paperback, and that is being published by the folks over at Rebellion 2000 AD. We are also getting the Lights Deluxe Edition coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks at Oni Press. This is another book by Brenna Thumler, and you may be familiar with her because of Sheets, and I love all her books. This is the finale of Sheets, so I can't wait to get that one, and that is coming out in the deluxe edition. Carousel Summer is coming out in a trade paperback and a hardcover that very same week. Book 2 coming out from Z2 Comics. Defiant trade paperback volume 1 is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Stranger Comics. I'm really familiar with that publishing company. Rob Edwards, Sean Damian Hill. I do dig that cover though. And we're also getting the I Ate the Whole World to Find You. That has a very manga-ish type of title, but it is being published by Drawn and Quarterly by Rachel Ang. We're also getting May, the definitive edition, coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Oni Press. This is by Gene Hahn, Mark Wade, Molly Jane Kremer, and Wes Hartman. Sign me up. I mean, those are amazing creators. $29.99 for that book. We're also getting the Precious Rubbish coming out in a softcover edition, and that is being published. Oh no, this is a hardcover. Sorry, it was labeled as a softcover. That's being published by Fantagraphics and is by Kayla E. $29.99. We're getting the Remember Us to Life graphic memoir coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks over at 10 Speed Press. We are getting Romeo vs. Juliet Kill Shakespeare Adventure, and that's being published by the folks over at Gemstone Publishing. And Skin is coming out in a hardcover format, and that's being published by the folks over at Fantagraphics. As well as Slain, the definitive edition, coming out in a trade paperback format from the folks at Rebellion 2000 AD, Pat Mills and Angie Kincaid, $25.95. SpongeBob SquarePants Mystery Softcover Find a Missing Star is coming out. Oni Press is also releasing the Station Grand in hardcover format by Craig Hurd McKinney and Noah Bailey, $17.99. And Exo Manowar is coming out, the Invictus hardcover from the folks at Alien Books and the folks at Valiant. We are also getting Verse Book 3, The Song, coming out that week from Vault Comics. This is by Sam Beck. And Warriors, Volume 2, Prophecies Begin. Always reminds me of my kiddo. Aaron Hunter and Natalie Reese. Lydia was so big into Warrior Cats. That was her whole life. She used to write little fanfics. I'm sure she did not want me to announce that, but she did. I love my kid. I'm glad she has such a amazing imagination. Get your kids reading. And Thinking Impossible Thoughts by Abrams Comics Art. This is by Grant Snyder. $19.99. Now, if you're interested in any of the books I talked about so far and you live in the Canadian country, or continent, country, what the heck is wrong with me? Check out our sponsor in Canada. BD Cosmos, the Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, and their website, bdcosmos.com, offers 25% off your order of over $99 or more, and free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of $250 or more.
Their shipping care is exceptional. Your books will stay cozy through the rough Canadian weather and arrive to you in near mint condition.
After checkout, let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and you'll be added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers.
Don't be afraid to call or email them. Ask them questions. Their staff is always happy to help guide you towards the right purchase. Visit their website, bdcosmos.com, for more. BD Cosmos, with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Eh?
The week of April 16th from Marvel Comics, we are kicking it off with Black Widow Modern Era Epic Collection, The Itsy Bitsy Spider. Collecting Black Widow from 1999, 1 through 3, Black Widow from 2001, 1 through 3, Black Widow Pale Little Spider from 2002, 1 through 3, Black Widow from 2004, 1 through 6, Black Widow, The Thing They Say About Her, 1 through 6, and that's from 2005. Devin Grayson, J.G. Jones, but also Greg Rucka working on a lot of those stories in here, and Bill Sienkiewicz, just to name a few of the creators. $49.99, 512 pages. Fantastic Four by Ryan North, Volume 5. I cannot wait for this. Aliens, Ghosts, and Alternate Earths. Collecting Fantastic Four 23 to 27. 144 pages. Retailing for $19.99. I love that series. I think it's one of the best Fantastic Four series in years. And I know a lot of my viewers do too. So, maybe check it out in trade if you haven't. And Marvel Masterworks Captain America Remasterworks Volume 1 is coming out, collecting Tales of Suspense 59 to 81. So after his appearance, or his return in Avengers number 4, here he is with further adventures. $75, 280 pages. And Predator vs. Black Panther. I really like the Predator Wolverine, so I can't wait to read this one. Benjamin Percy, Chris Allen, Sean Hill, collecting Predator vs. Black Panther 1 through 4. Not done with Black Panther yet. Ultimate Black Panther by Brian Hill, Volume 2, Gods and Kings, collecting Ultimate Black Panther 7 through 12. 136 pages, $17.99. I will say, like, every one of these new Ultimate titles really feels different, yet sort of connected. I like that. Wolverine by Jason Aaron, Omnibus Volume 1 is coming back to print. Collecting Wolverine 56, 62 to 65. Wolverine Manifest Destiny 1 through 5. Wolverine Weapon X, that's when the title changed to Weapon X, 1 through 16. Dark Reign, the Liz Wolverine material from Wolverine 73 and 74. Dark X-Men, The Beginning 3, and Wolverine 175. This book has 688 pages and retails for $100. You all voted for that one to come back. So, there you go. Wolverine Deep Cut coming out. This is a retro series by Chris Claremont and Edgar Salazar and Mark Silvestri, meaning they're probably adding issue 246. Oh, this is when he left the X-Men to go in the Outback. Okay, that's cool. This is collecting Wolverine Deep Cut 1 through 4. I like this series. I like the retro series. I think it's really cool to explore these characters a little more by the creators who were there writing the stories. $17.99, 136 pages. And we're also getting from the world of DC Comics All-Star Superman, the Deluxe Edition hardcover. Superman Day. There's a Superman Day exclusive cover too. That's cool. All-Star Superman 1 through 12 will be collected in there. And then, of course, the material from Absolute All-Star Superman. 328 pages, $39.99. Legion of Superheroes 5 years later, Omnibus Volume 1, another book that you all voted for, and we sent over to the DC, and it's coming back to print that same week. So the contents of the book are Adventures of Superman 478, Legion of Superheroes 1 through 39, Who's Who 1 through 11, 13, 14, 16, Timberwolf 1 through 5, and Legion of Superheroes Annual 1 through 3. 1,413 pages, and the new printing will retail for a total of $150. I want to say that's how much the original printing was. It might have been $125. Please let me know in the comments down below. I can't remember. And then Superman Unchained, also because of the Superman movie, is coming out with a Superman Day edition, and this is the deluxe edition, the new edition, collecting 9-issue miniseries by Scott Snyder and Jim Lee, $49.99. Image Comics, we're getting the Horizon Experiment coming out in a trade paperback format. And that is by Pornsack. Oh, Pichot, I like that. Did Infidel, yeah, love that stuff. This is collecting the Horizon Experiment 1 through 5, $16.99. And Saga Volume 2 is coming out with a new edition. So it is the collection of issues 7 through 12, $14.99, and it's just a new printing of it. The Witcher Classic Collection is coming out from Dark Horse Comics that week. And Boom is releasing the Farscape Book 2, and that is coming out in a hardcover for $59.99 and a trade paperback for $49.99. And that collects Red Sky at Morning 1 through 4, Compulsions 1 through 4, War of the Uncharted Territories 1 through 12, the Scorpius Lot Sleeping Dogs Lie 1 through 4, and the Glorious Bastards 1 through 4, as well as the Backyard Barbecue. And from the world of IDW, we are getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtle Power Pack Volume 2 coming out that week. And that is $8.99, 96 pages. Star Trek Volume 4 is coming out by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. And it is the issues 19 through 24, 200 pages, $19.99. And from Dynamite, we're getting Powerpuff Girls Volume 1, The Day is Saved. And that is coming out in a hardcover and a trade paperback. Both of them the same day. The hardcover is $19.99. The softcover, or the little trade paperback, is $14.99. And it collects the first 3 issues of Powerpuff Girls. Kelly Thompson, Amanda Diebert, yeah. I know my wife is excited about those. Titan Comics is releasing the Marvel Studios The Infinity Saga, Ant-Man, The Art of the Movie, coming out that week, as well as The Last Quarry, coming out that very same week. And from the world of manga, we are getting Climber, Volume 1, and that is being published by the folks over at Viz. We're also getting Jean Bride, Volume 1, coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks over at... This is, Seven Seas Entertainment. And I get the feeling that Nobuki Kuni likes me. And that is a Volume 6. Kinryo Rock Code Amrita, Volume 1 is coming out that very same week. As well as the Little Bird Sleeps by Sea, and that is being published by the folks over at Tokyo Pop. Must be the print-on-demand book. That is by Yu Minaduki, $15.99. We are also getting the Punk's Triangle, and that's an original graphic novel. Speed Grapher Volume 2 from the folks over at Titan Manga. We are also getting the Takahashi from Bike Shop Volume 1, published by Yen Press. And Tales of the Kingdom is coming out that week, and that is a Volume 5. And that is being published by the folks at Yen Press. That is a hardcover. Teen Exorcist Volume 1 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Yen Press. And we are getting the 3 Body Problem comic adaptation. Volume 1 coming out. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, the second stall is being reprinted, as well as Toilet Bound Hanako-kun 20 and Volume 21 coming out that very same week. And we are getting the Toxic Super Beast Volume 1. This is the week that we also see the Vagabond, the Definitive Edition, Volume 2 coming out from the folks over at Viz, as well as Veil, Volume 1, Temperature of Orange coming out that week, and that's being published by the folks at Udon Entertainment, and that's something that a lot of viewers have been asking me about when it was coming out, and now hopefully there won't be a delay, but with you never know. Victoria of Many Faces Volume 1 is coming out from the folks over at Yen Press. We are also getting War of the Greedy Witches Volume 1 coming out that very same week from Yen Press. And When the Villainess Seduces the Main Heroine Volume 1. And to wrap up the manga for that week, and it's not everything because I don't go through everything, but you are also getting With You, Our Love Will Make It Through Volume 1. Now, from other publishers, we're getting Babs Volume 1, and that is a trade paperback being published by the folks over at Ahoy Comics by Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows, $18.99. And we're also getting the Complete Crep X Volume 9, the hardcover City Stories. I never did get the box sets because I was like, I don't know if I want to go down that hole, and man, kind of do. That artwork is gorgeous. Definitely mature content. Curse of Monte Cristo reimagining of the novel is coming out that very same week from the folks at Andrews McNeil. We are getting Freak in a hardcover format published by the folks at Oni Press, and that is by Matt Lesniewski, $17.99. We are also getting Girl, the Priest, and the Devil trade paperback coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks over at Dead Sky Publishing, as well as Ghosts Like This, and that is released in a trade paperback. And we are also getting that's from Fantagraphics. We are also getting Hey Mary coming out in a trade paperback by Oni Press. That is by Andrew Wheeler and Rye Hickman. As well as I Hated You in High School coming out that very same week. And we're also getting the John Muir To the Heart of Solitude coming out in a hardcover format. And that is being published by the folks over at NBM. And K is in Trouble Again coming out that week. The heck did K do this time? And that's being published by the folks at Little Brown Inc. Laser Moose and Rabbit Boy Spider Mania is coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks at AMP Kids. And we're also getting Night Eaters Volume 3, Their Kingdom Come. And that's published by the folks over at Abrams Comics Art. This is the book by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda of Monstrous fame. And Parachute Kids, hardcover Volume 2, Outsider Kids. Time Buddies Volume 2, Past, Present, Hoocher. I can't even say it. Hoocher. Anyway, that's being published by Andrews McNeil. We are getting the Weird Books Volume 2. This is coming out in a hardcover format, and that is being published by JY, as well as Young Nomads trade paperback Volume 1 coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Battle Quest Comics. And to wrap up that week, we are getting Tank Girl Book 1, and that is 1988 to 1990, and that is being published by the folks at Titan Comics, $19.99. Now, if you're interested in any of the books I talked about and you live in the EU, check out our sponsor.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries. Emails answer within 24 hours, waltzcomicshop.com, and you can use the code near mint condition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over 40 euros. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
The week of April 22nd or 23rd from the world of Marvel Comics, we are getting the Cosmic X-Men Omnibus. This is collecting an array of just different stories that feature the X-Men in space. I don't know why I always think of pigs in space. But anyway, collecting X-Men 105 to 105, 107, 108, 137, Uncanny X-Men 154, 158, 161 to 167, 276 to 277, 475 to 486, Astonishing X-Men 19 through 24, Giant Size Astonishing X-Men number 1, Mr. and Mrs. X 1 through 5, Marauders 1 through 5, and that's the second Marauder series, and the material from Uncanny X-Men 274 to 275. The book has 1,200 pages and retails for $125. Now, we'll be doing an overview of this, but if you're wondering, don't I have these? Yes, if you have the X-Men Omnis, this is collecting stories from Uncanny Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, the Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. Also the prelude to War of the Kings Omnibus, Astonishing X-Men Omnibus, Mr. and Mrs. X Marauders are the only two series. So if you're getting everything, those are the only two series that have not been collected in omnibus format. Both covers available the same day. Deadpool Team Up by Rob Liefeld, Blood of the Dragon, collecting Deadpool Team Up 1 through 5 from 2024. 120 pages. Is that Crystar? Okay, I know that's Major X and the Hulk and Spider-Gwen and Wolverine, but is that Crystar? The Warrior? That's awesome. 120 pages, $17.99. Sorry, I just get excited about those things. Punisher by Rick Remender Omnibus, coming back to print because you all voted for it. Collecting Punisher from 2009, 1 through 16, annual number 1, Dark Reign, The List Punisher, Frankencastle, 17 through 21, Dark Wolverine 88 and 89, Punisher in the Blood 1 through 5. The book has 760 pages and retails for $100. Ultimate X-Men Epic Collection, The Tomorrow People's coming out, and it collects the half issue and 1 through 12. 344 pages, $39.99. So not only can you get it in omnibus format, now you can get it in epic format. Venom War Spider-Man Lethal Protectors is coming out, collecting Venom War Spider-Man 1 through 4, Venom War Lethal Protectors 1 through 3, Venom War Fantastic Four number 1, and Venom War It's Jeff number 1, 232 pages, $29.99. Wolverine Enemy of the State is coming back to print, collecting Wolverine 20 through 32, $39.99, 352 pages. Another one that came back to print, by the way, our reprint poll for the Epics should be going live on Sunday. So make sure you're coming back to the channel on Sunday to vote at 5:30 p.m. It'll be Curtis and I believe Taylor, we'll be kicking that off like we do every year, so you can vote, and then we send that top 20 list over to Marvel. I think we ended up getting a total of 9 or 10 of ours reprinted because they slowed down on reprints, not just for Epics, but also Omnis. But it is coming back to print. You all voted for it. Collecting X-Men Annual 15, X-Factor 65 through 70, Uncanny X-Men 278 to 280, Adjectiveless X-Men 1 through 3, and then material from New Mutants Annual 7 and X-Factor Annual 6. The book has 472 pages and retails for $44.99. And like I like to remind people, the reprints have a smaller print run, just in case you're wanting to pick it up. From the world of DC Comics, we have 100 Bullets, Book 2 coming out, collecting 100 Bullets, issues 20 through 36. And Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Rizzo, 416 pages, $39.99. Batman the Brave and the Bold, Out of the Darkness, is coming out, and this is collecting The Brave and the Bold 1 through 3 and 6 through 9. Chris Cantwell, and Dan Mora. 232 pages, $19.99. Batman Justice Buster. I know it's a manga, but we're going to put it here this time around. Who knows? We'll move it around some other times. 248 pages, $9.99, and that is volume 4. And it's part of the Batman Justice Buster series. I think there was a box set that's solicited or coming out later this year. Dark Knights of Steel, the deluxe edition, is coming out by Tom King and Yasmin Putri. $49.99. Collecting Dark Knights of Steel 1 through 12. Dark Knights of Steel Tales from the Three Kingdoms, #1. There is a brand new introduction by Mark Waid and a new cover. Now, speaking of covers, there's another cover because there's also going to be a direct market cover. 408 pages, $49.99. DC Finest, Superman Family, The Giant Turtle Man, collecting Jimmy Olsen 47 to 56, Action Comics 266 and 277, and Superman 142 to 143 and 147. This book has a total of 664 pages and $39.99. JLA Book 2 is coming out, Grant Morrison, Howard Porter, and this is collecting JLA 10 to 23, JLA Annual 2, JLA Secret Files and Origins #2, New Year's Evil Prometheus #1, JLA World Without Grown-Ups 1 and 2. The book has 584 pages and $49.99. Nightwing Rebirth Omnibus is coming out. This is collecting Uncanny Omar talk pretty one day. Nightwing Rebirth #1, and then Nightwing 1 through 43 of the Rebirth era. 1,496 pages, $125. That's a big book. Plastic Man No More by Chris Cantwell and Alex Linz is coming out, collecting the Plastic Man No More 1 through 4 series, 152 pages, and it is a black label book, $24.99. From the world of Image Comics, we're getting Rifters in trade paperback format, and that is coming out that same week, as well as Spawn Monolith coming out that very same week. And Spawn Monolith, that is a series by Sean Lewis and Valerio Giangiordano. $9.99 for the first 3 issues, and we're getting the Supermassive trade paperback coming out that very same week. And that is being... this is part of the whole Massive universe. I know it gets a little confusing when there's a Massive publishing company and a Massive universe, but this is the Kyle Higgins stories that started with Radiant Black, and this is collecting Supermassive 2022, 2023, and 2024. Kyle Higgins, Ryan Parrott, Melissa Flores, and Matt Groom working on this book. From the world of Dark Horse Comics, we kick it off with The Art of Bravely Default. 2011, 12, I can't remember when the first one came out, 2021. And that is a beautiful hardcover. Goooo Minstrel Melodies is coming out that week by Sergio Aragones, Mark Evanier, Stan Sakai, collecting Goooo Minstrel Melodies 1 through 4. $22.99, 104 pages. Gunnar Krieg Court Volume 2 by Tom Sidwell is coming out. And there's also a limited edition. The paperback is 608 pages, $34.99. While the limited edition is $79.99, and it will be a hardcover. We are also getting Jupiter's Legacy Library Edition Volume 1, the Mark Miller and Frank Quitely, Wilfredo Torres, Chris Sprouse collection. This is collecting Jupiter's Legacy Volume 1 and 2, 312 pages, $49.99. The Masked Maker. And this is collecting the 4-issue miniseries by David Goodman. And $19.99, 104 pages. Paranoid Gardens. And this is by Gerard Way and Sean Simon. Gerard Way, who of course gave us Umbrella Academy, but some people, My Chemical Romance. Probably for a lot of people. Issues 1 through 6 are collected in here. 176 pages and $19.99. Star Wars The High Republic Adventure Phase 3 Echoes of Fear is coming out that week. And that is collecting the 4 issues, or the first 4 issues. $19.99, 120 pages. The writer and Ariel Olivetti doing the cover there. This is collecting the writer issues 1 through 4. Ben Berkowitz is the writer, and so is Max Berkowitz. And Josh Gad. I was like, that looks like Josh Gad on the cover. Okay. That is also coming out that week. There's also Mike Mignola cover, but that one's only exclusive to the direct market. From Boom Studios, we are getting Slam, the complete collection, coming out by Pamela Ribben and Marina Julia, $19.99, collecting issues of Slam 1 through 4 and Slam the Next Jam 1 through 4. And we are getting the Profane trade paperback coming out that week. And that is by Peter Milligan, collecting issues 1 through 5 of Profane. We are getting, from the world of IDW, Sonic the Hedgehog, Volume 18, Extreme Competition, coming out. Evan Stanley, Yasmin Omar Atta, and Josh Trujillo. Ming Ho Kim is the artist. $16.99, 128 pages, in collecting Sonic the Hedgehog issues 69 through 71, Spring Broken, and Sonic's Winter Jam one-shot. Godzilla Library Collection Volume. They just keep coming out with these. That's awesome. So this is Volume 4, and it collects the first 12 issues of Rulers of Earth by Chris Mowry, Matt Frank, and Jeff Zornow. And this is 280 pages, $29.99. Dynamite is saying, hold my beer, because here they come with a lot of releases. Alice Cooper Crossroads coming out this week. And that is by Rodney Barnes and Edu Menon. That book is $19.99. We are also getting Barbarella, Woman Untamed, Volume 3 coming out that week. And that is by Sarah Hoyt and Ricardo Bogani, $19.99. As well as Gargoyle's Quest, coming out both in a hardcover and a trade paperback that very same week. And we are getting the Hercules Volume 1 trade paperback and hardcover. That is the Monster Hunter coming out that week. They have a lot of those Disney comics. This one here is written by Elliot Kalan, and George Cambarayas is the artist, and collecting the first 6 issues, or the 6-issue miniseries, rather. James Bond, 007, Your Cold, Cold Heart, is coming out in a hardcover format and a signed hardcover format. Jennifer Blood, Battle Diary Volume 1 is coming out that week. I think that one has been delayed, and now it's coming out. This is the Fred Van Lente story and Robert Carey, and it collects the 5-issue miniseries. We are also getting Johnny Quest hardcover and trade paperback, Time Flies. And that is $24.99 for the hardcover, $19.99 for the trade paperback. Joe Casey and Sebastian Perez. And collecting the 5-issue Academy Acclaim series. You know, I got to interview Joe Casey, and we talked about this. Justice Duck, starring Darkwing Duck, is coming out in a hardcover and a trade paperback cover. And hardcover and a trade paperback. I love that cover, that homage to Justice League International. It's collecting the 5-issue miniseries plus the cover gallery. And Last of the Gladiators is coming out in a hardcover format. That is by James M. LaRosa and Jonathan Vankin. And we are also getting the Queen Sonia Omnibus Volume 2 coming out that week. And that one is $49.99, 504 pages, collecting issues 13 through 35 of Red Sonja. Red Sonja Vampirella Betty Veronica trade paperback Volume 2 is coming out that week. And that is an awesome cover, an homage cover to Back to the Future 1, 2, or 3. 3, really, because it has the most people. Collecting issues 7 through 12 of the series. And we are getting the Sheena Fatal Exams trade paperback coming out that week. And that is by Stephen De Souza and Wes J.R. Clark. And we are getting Vampirella Archives Volume 1. This is the trade paperback that I got to announce. Same dimensions as the magazine. $34.99. We are also getting Vampirella Beyond trade paperback. And that is written by Christopher Priest. Ergun Gunduz does the artwork. And collecting issues 666 to 670 of the series. And Vampirella Dark Reflections. And that is... I think this is the collection of the miniseries with the Jenny Frison cover. From the world of manga, 31st Consort is coming out in a 3-in-1 edition. Or no, I'm sorry, I thought it was a 3-in-1 edition. This is by Yen Press. And we are also getting Bocce the Rock, Side Story Heavy Drinking Diary, trade paperback, or a Gaiden. is what it would be known. Cthulhu is hard to spell. Cthulhu is hard to spell. Is the C silent or not? Or is it Cthulhu? Cthulhu? Yeah. How the heck do you spell that? Anyway, that's coming out. Fated Not to Meet is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Tokyo Pop. We are getting the Kamen Rider Kuga Volume 9. Still kicking ass with that series. And that is by the folks at Titan Manga. The Lady Devil Volume 1 is coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Easy Press. Not to be confused with Devilman Lady. Yeah, for some reason my brain went there. Lover Boy is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Easy Press. The Lala, the Memory Collector, is coming out from the folks at Tuttle Publishing. And that is by Sui Kono, both the mangaka and the writer and artist, mangaka. I said it, $14.99. One Piece Heroines is coming out that week. And this is, again, from the world of One Piece. This is by Jun Esaka and Sayaka Suwa. I could have sworn that was Oda on the cover, but it probably isn't. Reincarnation Generation... Damn, I can't even talk. Reincarnation Coliseum Volume 1 is coming out that week. Her freaking face is so small. I'm sure that's not the first thing y'all were looking at. But anyway, Volume 1 from Yen Press is coming out that week. $15. And that is Reincarnation Coliseum Volume 1. I'm not sure how long that series is going to go. Renjo Desperado Volume 1 is coming out that week, and that is published by Dempa Books. We are also getting Spy Classroom Second Period Daughter Dearest coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks over at Yen Press. We're also getting Tamaki and Amane, and that is being published by Yen Press, as well as the Ube Bla Deluxe Edition Volume 2 coming out that week. And I think the reprint with the corrected page should be coming out either this week or the week before. Not quite sure yet. We are getting the Virgin Marriage Maiden Voyage Volume 1 coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Steamship. And the War of Greedy Witches Volume 1 coming out from the folks at Yen Press. As well as Wash It All Away Volume 1. I really like that cover. Mitsuru Hattori is the mangaka. That one is $14.99. Published by Square Enix. And We're Not Cut Out to Be Lovers is also coming out that week from Tokyo Pop. From other publishers, the fourth week of April, the Ablaze Creator Spotlight Wilfred Lupano Collector's Set is coming out. And that is, of course, being published by Ablaze. We're also getting the Band Nerd coming out in a hardcover format and a softcover format from Harper Alley. Don't Cause Trouble is coming out that week. And that's another one that is being published by... Actually, that is being published by Henry Holt. For some reason, I thought it was Harper Alley. Ship Entertainment is releasing the Seiko Koss Colossal Comic Compendium. Boy, that's a mouthful. By Rob Feldman. $16.99. And Arsenal Publishing, or Publishing Press, Pulp Press, is releasing the Descendant Club. And this is the Chronicle of a Pakistani Journalist in Exile. $27.95 for that book. And we're also getting The Flip Side coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Rocky Pond Books by Jason Waltz, $17.99. And The Essential Judge Dredd, Book 3. This is the Tour of Duty. John Wagner, Al Ewing, oh hell, Robbie Morrison, Carlos Esqueda, Kev Walker, $32.99. I love when they collect stories like that. Fantagraphics Underground, Bees, The Women Who Rocked Lithuania is coming out that very same week. Clover Press is releasing Game Masters in a hardcover format. This is by Fred Van Lente and Tom Fowler, $39.99. Golden Age Classics, Black Condor and Ray Softy is coming out from PS Art Books by Reed Crandall and Lou Fine and Gil Fox, $32.99, collecting Crack Comics 12 through 21 and Smash Comics 23 through 30. Modern Age RPG Powers is coming out that week, and that is being published by the folks at Green Ronin Publishing. We are also getting Night of the Slashers coming out in a trade paperback format, and that is being published by the folks over at Magma Comics. As well as the Toxic Summer trade paperback coming out. White trade paperback is coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Black Mask Comics. And we're also getting White Lily coming out from Pocket Jack Comics coming out that same week. Very similar titles, huh? Yeah, but both of them are different. And to wrap up that week of April, we are getting Octavia Butler, The Parable of Talents. It's coming out in a hardcover format and $25.99. Kicking it off with Marvel Comics, the week of April 30th, we got Amazing Spider-Man Modern Era Epic Collection coming home. This is the first Modern Era Epic Collection, collecting issues 30 through 45 of the 1998 relaunch of Amazing Spider-Man. J. Michael Straczynski and John Romita Jr. Did I say J. Michael Straczynski, John Romita Jr., $44.99, 392 pages. Earth X, this is the new printing, Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, Jean-Paul Leon, collecting Earth X 0 through 12 and the X issue. $44.99, 472 pages. Probably the reason they're doing this one is because there is a character, I don't know if people know, people may not watch the trailers or see previews or anything. There is a character that might be appearing, or is rumored, or I think confirmed, I can't keep up, to appear in the Fantastic Four movie that's appearing in this book. And speaking of Fantastic Four movie, Fantastic Four versus Galactus is coming out, collecting issues 48 through 50 and 242 to 244. So that means coming a Galactus story with Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, and then the John Byrne era. Covered by Alex Ross, the book has 136 pages and retails for $17.99. More Fantastic Four goodness with Human Torch coming back to print. This is Scotty Young's book. I want to say it's his first book at Marvel. Did he do the No, I think he did the Spider-Man book first. $17.99, 136 pages. Carl Kessel was the writer on the book. It's Jeff first, finally getting a collection. You're getting It's Jeff first, and Venom War, It's Jeff. The Little Land Shark, man, he is blowing up all over Marvel Rivals. I don't know how many of my friends play him as their main. 120 pages, $15.99. Kid Venom Origins is coming out that week, and that is collecting Kid Venom Origins 1 and Kid Venom 1 through 4. Tai Gami is the writer and artist. Gerardo Sandoval is the cover artist. 120 pages, $17.99. Marvel May 1965 is coming out, collecting Strange Tales 135, X-Men 12, Journey into Mystery 118, Tales to Astonish 70, Patsy and Hetty 101, Rawhide Kid 47, Fantastic Four 41, Amazing Spider-Man 27, Avengers 18, Tales of Suspense 68, Sergeant Fury 20, Daredevil 9, Modeling with Millie number 40, Patsy Walker 122, Kid Colt Outlaw 124, Two Gun Kid 77, and Millie the Model 130. The book has 496 pages, $100. This is picking the month of May of 1965, which is, of course, the beginning of S.H.I.E.L.D., and celebrating it by releasing all of the books that came out that month. So it's the same as 1961, 1962, 63, 64, and now 65. Marvel Comics is releasing the Star Wars Crimson Reign Omnibus, both covers available the same day. Collecting Crimson Reign 1 through 5, Star Wars 19 through 25, Star Wars Bounty Hunters 18 through 24, Star Wars Darth Vader 18 through 24, and Star Wars Dr. Aphra 16 through 21. The book has 872 pages, and it is $100. Now, if you keep an eye on the announcements, I did announce a release of Dr. Aphra Omnibus Volume 3, which is called Dr. Aphra and Friends, but it won't be released until later this year. that will contain these issues. So there is some double dipping going on. If, that bothers you. But no, wait. No, Crimson Rain was collected in the second omnibus. So there is already some double dipping. Damn. Uncanny Omar, think pretty one day. So there is some double dipping with that omnibus already. But it doesn't contain like the Star Wars Bounty Hunters or Darth Vader. Bounty Hunters, by the way. Oh, man, hopefully one day we'll get an omnibus of that. Batman and Robin, Volume 2. Batman vs. Robin is coming out. And this is the 2025 edition. 168 pages, $19.99. That is, of course, from DC Comics. All In! The All In saga is collecting Absolute Power 4, DC All In Special 1, Batman 153, Wonder Woman 14, and Superman 19. Mark Waid, Chip Zdarsky, Jorge Jimenez, Dan Mora. 200 pages, $19.99. Green Lantern The Silver Age Omnibus Volume 2 is coming back to print. John Broome, Mike Fradrich, Dennis O'Neil, Gardner Fox, Gil Kane, $125, 1,000 pages. And from the world of Image Comics, we're getting Precious Metal coming out in a trade paperback edition. And we're also getting the Saga Volume 12 in a trade paperback edition. Sam and Twitch Case Files Volume 1 is another trade paperback. They are releasing that same day. And we are getting Transformers the Deluxe Edition Book 1 in hardcover format. Now, this is the New Era by Daniel Warren Johnson, and there is a direct market cover. Direct market cover featuring everybody's favorite Starscream, and of course the standard edition, Optimus Prime, collecting the first 12 issues of the series. We are also getting the True War Stories coming out that same week. That is also one that will be collected in a trade paperback. And that is by, this is by Alex DeCampi, Kai Krumbar, and Peter Krause, just to name a few of the creators behind this. I really like that cover. Violent Flowers is coming out in a trade paperback format that very same week from the folks at Image. And from Dark Horse Comics, we are getting Kanto Volume 5. I am so looking forward to this book. I love this little robot, little Tin Man, not a robot. Sorry about that. And I've been a big fan of it since Volume 1, since it was over at IDW. Now they're coming out with hardcovers of these. So I am very, very excited to read this book. This one here, it is still by David Brewer and Drew Sucker. Vittori Astone is the artist, and it collects Kanto, A Place Like Home 1 through 6. Oh, man. 160 pages, $29.99. That might make it in my top 10. So I do a top 10 of books coming out every month. That one might be there. I really like that series. Kill All Immortals is coming out. That is by Zach Kaplan and Fico Ossio. Collecting Kill All Immortals 1 through 5. $19.99, 144 pages. And it is a trade paperback. And we're getting Prodigy, Slaves of Mars coming out. Collecting the 5-issue miniseries for mature audiences. 144 pages, $19.99. And, sorry, I was just looking to make sure it wasn't the same book. But we're getting the next installment of Star Wars The High Republic, Phase 3, Crash Zone, coming out. This is collecting the High Republic Adventures Phase 3, Crash Landing, Crash and Burn, and the Phase 3 Annual. $19.99, 112 pages. I was just making sure it wasn't the same as the one that came out the previous week. And from IDW, we are getting Low Orbit coming out that week. And that is by Casimir Lee, $24.99. It is a trade paperback. And I think it's an original book, 336 pages. We're getting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Compendium coming out. Volume 1, collecting the first 17 issues, plus the short stories Zen Millions, Year to Birth, Night Monster X, Metamorphosis, Forgotten TMNT Adventure, Origin of the Species, Yo Ho Ho, and a Bottle of Mutagen, Doomsday Hassle in Banshee Castle, and Red Cells in the Sunset. 784 pages, $99.99. I think that was one that was canceled, but it looks like it's back, and yeah, coming back, so that's good. Godzilla. Godzilla Skate or Die. Did anybody play Skate or Die on the Nintendo? I love that game. This is by Louis Joyce, and it is 128 pages, $17.99. And we're getting a new Rocketeer story with the Rocketeer Breaks Free. Stephen Mooney, Stas Johnson. It's a 4-issue miniseries, 112 pages, $19.99. It is a trade paperback. The Gargoyles Quest is coming out from the folks at Dynamite, and that is a trade paperback. So we had the hardcover come out. Now the trade paperback's coming out for $19.99. And we are getting from the world of manga, Catman coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. We are also getting the Iliad hardcover, Volume 5, coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks at Seven Seas Entertainment. And who is the... Mojito is the creator behind this, the mangaka behind this. We're also getting Gaia Tima, the Gigantus from Kodansha. And that is a Volume 1. And Idol Story Volume 1 coming out that very same week, and that is being published by the folks over at Seven Seas Entertainment. And from Steamship, what the hell is going on in that picture? Alpha Wolf Girl, Omega Wolf Boy. $14.99 by Natsuha Kazazaki. That's coming out that week. And Eden Zero Volume 31 is coming out that week. That is being published by Kodansha Comics by Hiro Mashima. I'm not sure how long it's going in Japan. But there are no box sets available of this series. We've had Fairy Tail and his other series collected. Yeah, maybe one day. From other publishers, we're getting the Book of Genesis, Illis by Robert Crumb. This is the new printing of this book. And that is being published by the folks over at W.W. Norton. We are also getting the Cabby, and that is coming out in a hardcover format from the folks at Fantagraphics. We're getting the Comics Review Presents April 2025. And that is by Manuscript Press. And we are getting the Commando Presents Braddock Bomber Command Volume 1. Published by DC Thompson. As well as Dare Volume 1 coming out. And that one is being published by the folks over at Laguna Studios. And detectives these days are crazy. Coming out from the folks over at One Piece Books. Eat, Sleep, Reap, Repeat number 4 is coming out from Berserker. And that is by Andy Brown and various other people. And it looks like it's done in a landscape format. Heartcore is coming out from the folks at Graphic Mundi. That is by Stepanka Gislova. And that one is $29.99. We're also getting Ganesha and the Moon coming out in a trade paperback format. And that is being published by the folks over at Ack Comics. And $10 for that book. And we are also getting the Knights of the Dinner Table Critical Hits trade paperback coming out that week. And that's being published by the folks at Kinzer & Company. As well as Lemonade War coming out in a hardcover and a trade paperback format from Clarion Books. And 7 Years in Darkness trade paperback year 2 is coming out that very same week. And that is being published by the folks at Midnight Factory. Also that same week, we're getting Michael Moorcock's Library, Elric Balance Lost. This is a hardcover, volume 3. And that is being published by the folks over at Titan Comics. We're getting Muybridge hardcover from Drawn and Quarterly by Guy Delisle. And $24.95. We're getting Nemesis the Warlock, the definitive edition hardcover volume 3. Now, this is a Diamond exclusive, and that's being published by the Rebellion 2000 AD, folks. And those books are freaking awesome. And R. Crumb Existential Comics Selected Stories from 1979 to 2004 is coming out from the folks at David Swerner Books. And we are also getting the Section 7 Cases of Strange and Unnatural Season 2 coming out in a trade paperback format. We are getting this is a really interesting book. This is called Stan vs. Jack, How to Feud, The Marvel Way, hardcover by Barry Tan. And this one is $20, published by Cosmic Lion Productions. And it looks to be in like a little book format, like those little, what are they called? The golden books, the little books. What the heck am I saying? Little books? Golden books, whatever they're called. Anyway, it's in that format. Shift Presents Empire is coming out that very same week, as well as the Ultra Laser Planet Rock coming out that week. And that is being published by the folks over at Fair Square Graphics. And You Can Never Die, a graphic memoir, is also coming out that very same week. Now, if you're interested in any of the books I've talked about, check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And those were your books for the month of April of 2025. In the comments down below, let me know what you're most excited about. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing my top 10 on Sunday. Come back also on Sunday for the reprint poll. It's a very exciting day. That's the Marvel Epic reprint poll at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that is it, everybody. Smash that like button on the way out. Check us out on Patreon and Spreadshop. Amazing ways to support the channel. But on Patreon, you can get the written documentation of all the books. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.